Hello everyone, welcome back to the Great Boat Murder Mystery, aka Ace Attorney, and the second trial, and not even to a trial, because we're still on a boat. How we all doing tonight? If you back the snazzy music. Time to find out who killed boyfriend. Agreed. We will never again see his nonsensical headband flapping in the wind, because he's dead. What if they show his body at one point? It's just flapping. Can I own the magical flapping headband? Has its own wind. Wind. Nice job. Right, she's about to break down what happened last night. Ouchie's not doing his job, so we're gonna yell at everyone in the Discord, really. Eh? Ouchie is a lazy butt. Stream. Love you. Bye. Yep, that's the mood we're in tonight. Alright, let's find out what happened. I have to be on the game for anything to work. Move my glass out of the way so I can actually see what's going on. She being a lazy couch. Rune, thank you for resubbing up for your 21st month. I still want to know what's in Yield Lumpy Bag. It's real lumpy. Squirrel Yelly, yes. I'm loving this game for what we've played of it. Alright, what happened last night? Tell us. Do you know that someone was killed in the cabin next door? This one last night? Oh, next door to this one. Oh boy. Pre-warning. My brain, not great today. Reading is gonna be fun. It's fine. One of the crewmen told me this morning when I was eating breakfast. I also don't promise to remember any voices I was doing last stream. They're all gone. The man who died, he was a friend of mine. Oh wait, nope, that's Ryunosuke. The man who died, that was a friend of mine. That's my normal voice. Oh. That's why we're trying to find out what happened. Did you notice anything unusual last night? Perhaps you heard a strange noise, for example. Perhaps people talking. Perhaps the ship was absorbed in a wild tempest. Perhaps the steam engine exploded. Shams, we'd all know about this if that happened. I love how much of an idiot he is. Perhaps everyone on board would have noticed. Haha, thank you, Ryunosuke. Miss Pavlova, is there anything you can tell us? I don't know. Why not? I'm sorry, but all I could think about last night was what I had done and whether they would find me. I didn't notice anything was happening around me. Oh, I see. Well, you were very helpful, thank you. Hi, Ari, how you doing? Alright, you were running away. You've run away from your ballet company, haven't you? No, the Novovich Ballet? Yes. I'm traveling to Great Britain. From there, I want to go to America. I will never dance again. I want to forget everything about the ballet. I'll start a new life. You wish to forget? A challenging proposition. Wouldn't you have that striking tiara as a reminder? Heck them ads. Thank you for subbing up for your second month, Ari. Dippy, stop licking your foot. Hey. No licking the foot. Anyways. But the tiara is mine. I need it to live. I have no money of my own. The Novovich Ballet gives us only little food and water, and we must dance all over the world. Sounds like you don't like the Novovich Ballet, not ballet in its entirety. I had to run away. I had no choice. If I stayed, it would have killed me. So you ran away to protect yourself? Yes. And the crew of this ship, they have all been kind to me. Jem, I do think Dippy have them spring allergies. He's been super licking his paws and junk. It's a problem, so I've had to start keeping an eye on him. We washed his paws last night to try and clean him of everything, but he's been a little paw-licking puppy, which is not good if you just lick them raw. So I might have to stop occasionally and make him stop. Tempted to go get some booties for the puppy. Alright, they let me come on board and they said I could hide in this cabin. With a pet that you shouldn't have. That is indeed the truth, Miss Pavlova. Creates a most intriguing conundrum. Yes, it does. What do you think about it? Me? Oh, well, yes, of course. Conundrum. Very sure what it is. I think we should hear Miss Pavlova's explanation. To what conundrum, I'm not sure. Conundrum. Miss Pavlova, allow me to pose you a riddle. According to this newspaper, it was only yesterday that you absconded from the ballet. Now, should that being the case, it must have been last night that you boarded this vessel. He's just not answering us. However, the SS Bruya stopped at no port last night. Ah, that's it, of course. How is it, pray, that you come to be aboard? Now that I think about it, the crewman outside the cabin acted very strangely when we mentioned that. Just after we asked about him when the occupant of the cabin came aboard. Everyone's been weird about last night, period. I forgot his name was Stroganoff. That's just none of your business. Yes, you're right. He did seem to be hiding something. Did you swim onto the boat? An angel wow. An angel descended from the heavens, bringing grace and beauty to the stage. Sorry, what was that? It's how the Russian newspapers described one of my performances. And this is how I came here too. I descended from the heavens. Because I am an angel. What? Considering English isn't your mother tongue, your description is very vivid. Mr. Sholmes once said, I never can resist a touch of the dramatic. It seems Miss Pavlova is the same. A genius descended from the heavens, bringing grace and beauty to detection. Words once said about myself. A quote from a wonderfully extravagant advertisement for The Adventures of Herlock Sholmes, in fact. Oh, Herlock. Yes, Mr. Showy. Anyways, it doesn't look like Miss Pavlova is going to tell us what actually happened. What about your lumpy bag? Or your friend in the suitcase who I'm sure is running out of air? For the friend you mentioned inside your traveling case, is that right? I don't think animals are allowed on board according to the rules of passage. Oh, please, don't tell any of the crew. I'm just breaking, border laws? Would they have those at this point? I have no idea. If they found my precious snake, then the burly Russians would bestir themselves in unison to throw you and your case overboard, no doubt. Ecological laws. Yeah. So reassuring, Mr. Sholmes. What sort of pet is your friend? A little puppy? I hope it's not a puppy. Maybe an adorable little rabbit? You credit Russia as a land with small rabbits, do you? Pretty sure they have rabbits. Don't they have small rabbits there then? You may well ask. I have no idea. Films. You two are miserable bunglers when it comes to understanding the nature of young ballerina's friends. Tell me, Sholmes, how was I supposed to gather this life skill before this moment? Isn't it obvious? It must be a chicken. Why? Why? Consider the benefits. A rousing wake-up call, daily fresh eggs. And when adversity strikes, you could satisfy the needs of sustenance. So you'd eat your friends. I'll remember that. Nope, no chicken. Well, it would appear this friend's identity, closely guarded secret, has not to be revealed. Thank you for giving out 5 gift subs, you sweet bean. I love this manic dum-dum. She obviously doesn't quite trust us yet. There's something I should show her, I think. Maybe she might be able to shed some light on it. What am I showing her? What the butts am I showing her? Oh, maybe the Russian word? Or should I be showing the thing that talks about the speckled band? Let's try the speckled band first. What do you think about this diary entry, ma'am? The diary of my friend who passed away. His diary? Passed away as if he was not murdered. Yes, he wrote in it last night before he died. Something a little unusual. It reads, 1:23 a.m. I heard a faint whistling sound. And then a few minutes later, 1:35 a.m. It looks like some sort of speckled band is dangling from the ventilator grill. Speckled band? I don't understand. Strange, isn't it? But the ventilator he mentioned joins to this cabin, you see. It's there. It's up there on the wall. In other words, this cabin and the victim's cabin are connected together. Oh. Miss Pavlova, has something occurred to you? Does the speckled band the victim mentioned mean something to you? Or the whistling sound, perhaps? No. I don't know anything. Oh. Glad everyone's just owing. It was very helpful. Knock, knock. Who's there? Ah! Excuse me, Mr. Roylott. Yes, what? Oh, dang, okay. Yes, what? Wow, she's fast. Captain would like to speak with you. Must come to Captain's quarters at once, please. Completely forgotten my accent. Literally watched a thing with Russians the other day. Welcome to Bad Voiceovers, everyone. I'm not sorry. I'm a little sorry. What? You must leave now. Oh no, it's fine. Don't mind us. Yes, please, don't worry yourself. Just go on without us. Get out! You threatening me with scissors? Why does the sailor have a stripy face? We have no idea. Stroganoff's just like that. The passenger said out. Do you want me to throw you out? Oh, it looks like we'll have to leave. What a pity. And so we lost our chance. Having still not managed to investigate Miss Pavlova's cabin, we were unceremoniously chased out. That is to say, we were quite literally picked up and thrown into the passageway. We can't go anywhere else? Ooh, to be continued. Look at that. Had I gone 20 more minutes last stream. But I literally couldn't, so that's fine. Save. 9th of January. First class cabin passageway. I wish we hadn't been thrown out like that. I wish we'd managed to find some clue as to what that speckled band might be. We didn't manage to investigate at all. And I imagine... Why is it crop-topping and low-waisted? Stroganoff, what you doing? I think this is the first time I've seen him like full-on standing. It's the 90s, but it's not the 90s, Gem. It's like the way before the 90s. He's clearly glaring on us as if to say, don't even think about it. Oh, wait a minute. 1890s? Fair, but I don't think that was their fashion back then. What is it? What happened to our great detective friend? Where did he go? Oh yes, he's completely disappeared. When did he do that? Slipped away as quietly as the wind, but not before ensuring we were securely... These were securely on my wrists. He does not want to converse with us. We've already examined this hallway. What? That door leads to the second class area. Did I go out because he's over there? Nope, it's locked. I can't open it. No, well, that stands to reason. No one wants to let the murderers escape. I'm not the murderer. You know us an amount. Gosh, she gave me a very stern look when she said that. And we've already examined, like, all of this. I don't see the need to examine again. Back to our room, question mark? Not allowed to go there. Anything changed in here while we've been gone? Looks like they're still investigating in here. Yes, on that subject. I wonder if Inspector Hasanoga is unscathed. What do you mean, unscathed? They let us leave the room. Really, you haven't forgotten? You remember what he said about allowing you out of this cabin to investigate? He was gonna talk to the captain about it. Said he'd lay his life on line for you. Ah, yes. I'm sure he was exaggerating. See what he has to say for himself. Might have some new information for us. You never know. In this room? You're just gonna appear? Ah. Sir, wipe your mouth, please. I beg of thee. Oh, he got beat up. Never mind. That's not blood. You're back. Inspector! What happened to you? Your face is... Please, don't worry about it. They're just scratches. Made by a bear, maybe. When I told the captain that I'd given you permission to investigate, he told me he'd pummel me with his fists and then toss me overboard. What? He didn't put you overboard? But the pummeling was over in a flash, and he must have decided against throwing me overboard. So it was nothing, really. Looks like he wasn't joking. Well, thanks to your efforts, we know a little about our neighbor's cavern. Yes, so I understand. Oh. I bumped into a man claiming to be a great detective a little while ago. I think his name was something like Sherlock Holmes? I don't think he was German, though. Ah, that explains it. Shall we compare our notes then? We can tell you what we found out. This poor boy's face. Cabin next door. What? Nikolina Pavlova? She's in the cabin next door? Oh, do you know who she is? Please, what self-respecting ballet fan wouldn't know a graceful angel? This poor man. He's gonna die. At some point. Oops, I think I upset him there. Well, that tells us the neighboring cabin is unrelated to the case, at least. No. Because angels don't go around committing crimes, do they? Dude. Inspector, has your investigation in here proved fruitful? If I'm honest, there's very little more I can do. Our duty is to make sure the scene isn't disturbed. Ready to hand over to the Hong Kong police. You guys already let me disturb the scene by putting all the books back. I'm just keeping watch here, trying not to take my eyes off the job. Ah, there is one thing. I do have a small piece of new information for you. What? What is... New information? What is this new information you have? Oh, he's missing one of his lenses even. What's this? The medical officer has finished his examination on the body. I managed to obtain the report. How he died. Oh. Cosima's post-mortem report? Oh, what was the cause of death? Damage to the cervical vertebrae? What on earth even is that? It was broken? Oh. Yes, it would seem so. There are no obvious wounds or signs of injury. So at first, I think they were considering poison. It turns out they found no trace of poison in his system at all. Oh, what weapon was used then? Nothing has been found yet, but the fact is that there was no signs of a wound. Suggest it may have been a blunt object. Something that wouldn't leave a mark. Was there no strangulation, therefore maybe not the snake? That we've been hinting at forever? Because that should cause some bruising, I would think. All the body's nerves run through the spine to the brain. Strong enough impact to the neck could induce death. It is a possibility, and no obvious wounds would be left. I don't think it's gonna be our girl mage. She's gonna be our side detective for the rest of the game. So I don't think she's gonna be the murderer. Thank you for my report. Fine. I trust you. After all, if I didn't trust you, I'd never have agreed to you leaving this cabin in the first place, would I? Ah. You don't trust us within an inch of your life if somebody else suggests we do murder, so shush your face. It's a little upsetting that the inspector trusts us more than the girl who came and has been just tagging around. Oh, Mr. Sholmes was here, was he? Yes, he seemed to be enjoying himself a little too much as he crept about on the floor investigating. But then he suddenly left. I suppose he must have become bored. Did he say anything at all? Actually, now that you mention it, yes. Just one thing, but he practically shouted it. It's shoe polish, was what he said. Shoe polish? I wonder what he meant. Is that the stuff on the floor? When he was over there by the broken piece of glass. Okay, yep. That's shoe polish? Perhaps he was talking about this brick-colored mark, do you think? Ah, yes, that must be it. But how could Mr. Sholmes know it's shoe polish? That leaves me cold, I'm afraid. I have no idea. What is it? Well, Cosmo was wearing leather shoes the very dark tan hue. Dark tan? Sort of dark brownish red, then. Yeah, it's a little like the color of red wine, but darker. I often repaired them for him. Oh, does this mean this mark was made by the polish on Cosmo's shoes as they scuffed on the floor? Really all I could tell you at this stage. I should return to my post. My fellow crewmen's eyes are boring into the back of my head. Yeah, that might be for the best. Thank you! Poor Inspector, you look exhausted. Oh, no, well... I feel terrible that I failed to protect us. He was my responsibility. Why did you not protect him? We didn't protect him either and we were in the room with him, so you know, there's that. Of course, my pain is nothing compared to yours. You were his friends. Truth is, I seem to have a heavy head ever since I woke this morning. That's somebody else with a heavy head. My head's still throbbing too. What's going on with these heavy heads? But they think there was no poison? Can I examine the spot now that we know more about it? Boop. Really is such a beautiful color, this glass. Looks like whatever broke it clean in two. The other half is nowhere to be seen. And there's bleak, okay, which is shoe polish, according to the great detective you seem to know all about. Alright. Suppose it must be from his shoes. But what I'd like to know is, how can the detective be so sure that it's shoe polish and not something else? Because he's a great detective. He also deduced us as Russian earlier, so is he? That's hardly reason, is it? Alright, nothing else new is poking around here, so... we try and move. Anything change out here? Oop. So, you know something has changed when it oops, the title page. Aha! Gone? Look! Demon Stroganoff is gone! Strong enough? Stroganoff. The burly Russian sailor who's always crossing his arm and glaring at us. All these Russian names are impossible to remember. I mean, Pavlova and Stroganoff, easy enough. The other one, I've completely forgotten his name. It wasn't food themed. I know. La la la. You hear that? Sounded like someone singing. La 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 la. Liru. What? I did it the great detective way. Holmes, are you just dancing about singing? What's happening? It's caroling. I know that lark-like voice. Never mind that now. This is a golden opportunity for us. Into the room. Let's get inside. Before that, Stringy Knot crewman comes back. Dude, Stroganoff. Anyways, into the cabin. That plate on the floor before? I feel like that plate wasn't on the floor. Ooh, the case was open actually. And now there's clothes in the thing? Alright, so what's in the bag that wasn't in the bag? Because now there's clothes in the wardrobe that weren't there before. Where's she gone? What are you doing? Those are her private things. No moment to waste. We must investigate as quickly as we can. I suppose you're right. For Cosmo's sake. Not just for Cosmo. What do you mean? Or do you believe us now? Can't be long until we arrive at port in Hong Kong. I don't want you to be in those handcuffs when we get there. Really? You believe in us all of a sudden. We must solve this case. By ourselves if we have to. Yes, we will! Alright, let me look at this bag. Oh boy, you want to offer a promotion thing? No, you can away with you. Bye. I love Spain. Wait, we're going back to Hong Kong? No, we are going from Japan to England. So Hong Kong is on the way and we're just making port. Alright, so I'm gonna assume what's gone on is Snake, or what is assumed to be a snake, is no longer in here, but the clothes weren't here, so maybe it's in this bag. That's my thunkins. Hong Kong, it do be China. We don't know how Pavlova got on. She's supposed to be in Hong Kong, but we haven't gone to Hong Kong yet. Are you there? Sorry, what? I'm right here, yes. Why? Oh, good. I thought you might have climbed into the wardrobe when I wasn't looking. There's no place like home. Believe me, I don't have some strange compulsion to jump inside every wardrobe I see. Well, anyway, I'm not sure anyone could fit inside this one. Full of beautiful outfits. I suppose they're all stage costumes. I was rather hoping we might find Miss Pavlova's friend hiding in there. No such luck. Oh, that whole thing just counts. I can't. Okay, so I can't look at the bag? Dude. Well, let's look at the case and acknowledge that nothing's in there. Miss Pavlova's case is open. Completely empty inside, but according to the great detective's great deduction, she's hiding her special friend in there. Yes, a friend she had to keep secret. Because you're not allowed to bring animals on board. Wonder what kind of animal she had in there. And more to the point, where's it now? See any speckled bands hanging around? No. What about the trash? Abba. Suppose every cabin has a waste paper basket. Shall we have a little look around and see what's been thrown away? Don't tell me I can't. It's poor etiquette to go stifling through somebody's rubbish. But everything else... Hell yeah, we have hot pockets. Are we gonna get some of them hot pockets? Don't burn your mouth. However, these are special circumstances, I think. Exactly, we have no choice. Rifle through the trash. Hardly anything in here at all. Oh, well, that's a little disappointing. Okay. What about your desk? Just a few books on the desk, nothing else by the looks of it. Well, Miss Pavlova only ran away from the ballet last night. She's hardly occupied this cabin for any time at all. It's not true. I wonder what kind of book she likes to read. Let me see. Yes, I see. Seems that Miss Pavlova enjoys reading books written in Russian. Congratulations. Thanks. I think I probably already knew that. Rude to ask too much of people. Kindly remember that. Are we gonna fix these books that got tossed over? All the books have toppled over altogether. Look, every single one. Think that's the god of the sea, perhaps? He's toppled too, though. Exactly the same as the bookcase next door. In Kazuma's cabin. Perhaps Miss Pavlova is practicing a difficult ballet pose and fell against the bookcase. I don't know. Would she really be practicing ballet on the same night she ran away from her ballet company? Proof. Alright then. Must have been you. You lost your temper and knocked them all over in a fit of rage? When? What? Ma'am. What? Why? Not everything bad that happens on this ship is because of me, you know. Well, anyway, I'll set them all straight again. I don't like seeing things in disarray. Stop touching the things! I don't care about the little thingy-mabob in this room. I mean, I'm ignoring the plate on the floor right now. About this vent. This ventilator connects to Kazuma's cabin next door. Yes, although what a fool a shipbuilder must be to open a ventilator into another room. Maybe. So that if there's a gas leak next door, the occupant of this cabin would notice and raise the alarm. Or the occupants of both cabins would die of gas poisoning. Look, either the other one's smart, or they both died because they're stupid, you know? Survival of the fittest, clearly. Anyways, last night, Kazuma wrote that he saw a speckled band coming from this ventilator. Alright, what's going on with floor plate? Dink-a-dink-a-dink. I wonder what this little saucer's doing on the floor. Yes, it doesn't look like it's been dropped. More like it was put there deliberately. Do you think? Do you think there could be a leak in the roof just above here? No, I hope not. What? A leak? Listen, sometimes you just want floor snack. Is this ship quite safe? Not with you on it. I'm sure that even if there's a little leak in the roof, it doesn't mean the whole ship is gonna sink. No, you're right. Of course you're right. She's really trying to persuade herself, isn't she? Alright, what's going on with the table? Nope. We don't care about it. We do care about teapot. Seems this teapot is empty. So the natural conclusion is that the Russians are very thirsty people. That's a conclusion to come to. Or because Miss Pavel only came to the cabin last night, she hasn't a chance to make any tea yet? I mean, it could be either. It's definitely that they're excessively thirsty. I'd lay 1,000 to 1 on it. What is happening? Our sweet dum-dums. And I think that's everything I can look at, except for this dumb pull cord. Oh, she's gonna ring it. What if somebody comes? We're not supposed to be in here. Hopefully no one comes like the other time. No, I didn't actually expect anyone to come. We don't want them to. Thank you. I'm upset that bag of lumpiness isn't... Alright, I think that's everything in this room. At least that changes the marker, aka that I should be looking at. Cabin door has the same simple bolted sort of latch as our cabin door. The bolt's drawn across, there's no way anybody could enter the cabin from outside. Not particularly heavy duty, is it? Still, it wouldn't slide across of its own accord. No, and the door is made of metal, so there's no chance of trickery using magnets to unbolt it from the outside. Because it's sealed perfectly, we can't use a thread to pass it through the crack and unlock the door. I seem to know a lot of tricks for opening doors. I'm starting to see why they suspect me. Okay. Guess we're moving? Back to the hallway? What are you doing, weirdo? Oh, Mr. Sholmes. You never know where he's gonna turn up next, do you? He seems to be stealing a look at something as he sings to himself. I did it the great detective way. Do you think he hasn't noticed us? Or is he simply extremely high in spirits? Yes, there were times, I'm sure you knew, when the yard bit off more than it could chew. And through it all, when there was doubt, it's lucky Herlock Sholmes was about. Excuse me? I solved it all and I stood tall. I did it the great detective way. Mr. Sholmes. You won't fight? I love whoever got to animate this man. I love him so much. Honestly, interrupting a fellow when he's singing. I was about to reach the climactic finish. Sorry, I thought you were never gonna stop, so I figured now was a good time as any. I very nearly dropped you on the floor with one of my famous right hooks. Alright, I get the picture. Now, could you put those fists away? Mr. Sholmes? You seemed to be examining something before we interrupted you. He was looking at the ship's log. Did you find anything useful from it? Well, after 2 a.m. this morning, the majority of the entries are blank. Which means that there was nothing to report. Nothing of note happened, so... Ha 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 ha. You truly are a student from the land of the rising sun. You've been utterly blinded by it. What? Why? Your logic, my boy, is inverted. Whatever do you mean, Mr. Sholmes? Observe the other pages, and all shall become clear. It would seem that the same crewman offstands sentry for this first-class passageway, and he has almost religious practice of recording nothing to report every half hour. Oh, he writes that in every 30 minutes? Heck yeah. Nothing to report. Which means something of report was happening, but he didn't report it. Precisely, to simply put, the seaman writes nothing to report when there's just that. And yet, the ship's log from last night is largely blank. Didn't even write nothing to report. Do you mean? Yes, there was circumstances afoot last night, which led to the seaman being absent from his post, but only after 2 a.m. What kind of circumstances? What happened? Did Stroganoff complain of his head being hurty? I don't remember. Because if so, he could have also been drugged. So significant that it caused the seaman to forget about his regular habits of scribing nothing to report in the log. These are important details. I would stake my life on it. You must log the ship's log with your mental file. Ship's log has been entered into the court record. Now that deduction was worthy of a great detective. Finally. You're starting to understand my way as I see it. What makes Sholmes Sholmes? Brilliance. Ooh, ouch. Does your head hurt? Does your head hurt? Oh, don't worry yourself. I seem to be afflicted with a throbbing headache this morning for a reason. Everyone has headaches. Where do you sleep? There's only 2 things on this floor. Well, no, actually, the inspector also wouldn't have slept around here. Everyone is slowly being exposed to carbon monoxide. Ooh. Interesting theory. Interesting theory. So I don't think... just now realizing the background book is no longer blue. So not only did we mentally log the log, I think we just grabbed the log. He probably just sleeps in the walls or something. Until our next encounter. Bye. He's still singing to himself. I can hear it as he wanders down the passageway. Or I guess there might be rooms behind our back that we aren't paying attention to. Something wrong? You seem lost in thought. It's just... well, I feel the same. You also have a throbbing headache? Ever since I woke up this morning, I've had something of a headache. Sort of continuous throbbing. Oh, you too? Guys, this is no longer a coincidence. You should all go to the doctor or something. Everyone has this. Already clicked off. One wants me to get out. Yep. You're literally not allowed to go topside, Raven. We're just slowly gonna die. Well... so... we're going back in here? Because we're currently accused of murdering, they're not letting us technically out of our room. But one guy has let us out of our room. Now we can go into the room next door, but that's it. Not our cabin, it's Cosmos. Sorry? Your accommodation is confined to the wardrobe inside the cabin. You know how to make a stowaway feel small, don't you? Small as the wardrobe I've been calling home. Anyway, I wonder if Inspector Hasanaga managed to uncover any new clues. Yes, we should probably find him and ask. You have even more? Check this door just in case. Miss Puffle of the cabin. This could be our chance. No, we already done that. Already gone inside. Just your face. I have definitely looked around. Unless Herlock went in there and forcibly changed things. Go back to our room, I guess, and see if anything changes. Give me the thing on the bottom. Get the thing on the bottom. The thing on the bottom. Yes. Oh, what's that? Oh, that's an alarm. Shut down engines immediately. Vessel sighted a quarter-mile forward. Why are we that concerned about a vessel? Oh, stop. Hard to starboard. All hands brace for... oh, brace for impact. That's not great. What the? I think we're about to crash into another ship. What? Whee! That's not great. Things I didn't think were gonna happen. All of that. I think I'm fine. Thank you. Looks like we avoided collision. I think... Yes, the ship has come to a stop. Oh my goodness, what about you? Are you hurt? No, I'm good. Hello? Is anybody in there? Shout if you need assistance. Oh, that sounds like... Inspector Hasanaga. Is that you in there? Unbolt the door, quickly. Did we bolt it? Oh. Oh. It did get... So did the ship super shift in the middle of the night to lock the door last night? The door's bolted. Did you do that? No, I didn't touch it. But how did we not notice that the ship got so tilted in the middle of the night? I mean, I guess that probably has to do with everybody being drugged from 2 a.m. onward. And look at that, all the books. I don't think the picture was as cute. Just like they were before again. Aren't you going to open the door and let the inspector in? I mean, if the door is that touchy, I better tidy this place up before I let him in. Why? It doesn't make any sense. Our violent emergency stop has sure solved one mystery at least, in a very vivid way. But I knew what awaited us on the other side of the cabin door would not be pleasant. So, they had to stop the ship at some point. Except it couldn't have been to let her on. Because then the door would have bolted then. I don't know. Heard around tidying up the cabin with a new sense of foreboding in my heart. Dun dun. Clearly, it's gonna be the Japanese judge for funsies in another ship come to just give us a special trial. It was actually a pretty short little section. I assume we're about to get into the trial. They haven't really given us much left to investigate. Miss Pavlova's cabin. Somehow, the door of the cabin we were in ended up bolted after we made an emergency stop. Kusado took a deep breath, then gently slid the back of the bolt. Hi, everyone. Who? What are you doing in Miss Pavlova's quarters? Ah, you both look unhurt. Good. Yes, we're fine. Thank you. What on earth happened? We heard something about how we were going to collide with another ship. Yes, it appears to have been a false report, though. False report? Oh, how did that happen? There's a dense fog outside, so it's extremely difficult to see. Someone must have thought he saw a ship ahead. This person obviously triggered the alarm, and that's why we made the emergency stop. Hell of a false report, right? Everything in chaos, passengers all screaming, crew are running everywhere. First class area is the only quiet part of the ship at the moment. I see. So someone triggered the alarm? Does that mean that someone pressed that button outside? Oh right, the button that Ryunosuke was just like, I'm just gonna go wah! No one knows why this man seems to have tan lines or markings or whatever. No one knows what's going on with Stroganoff and his nonsense. They're probably never going to explain it, just like we've never explained the inspector coughing up blood every 30 seconds. Excuse me? I've been called a lot of things before, but devil is the first. Sorry, I was just, you know, searching your room because you wouldn't let me do it before. Opened my traveling case. How could you? Actually, no, that was not us. What? No, we didn't touch it. That's right, Miss Pavlova. It was already open when we came into your cabin. Inspector. Yes? Arrest this man. I know he did it. He's a criminal. It's not enough that he has killed a man. Ah, and he's a stowaway as well. He fixing promises not to steal chicken, do you believe? Take him away. He is a trespasser as well as everything else. Stowing away, trespassing, killing. She's right. You are devil. Doesn't look good, does it? There's cell below deck. Throw him in. Tomorrow we dock in Hong Kong. Then we give you straight to police. Wait, a cell? Please, Inspector Hasanaga, is there anything you can do? This is a Russian vessel. I really have no jurisdiction here. After my last effort to appeal the captain's good nature, I think I'm out of options. This is terrible. This is a real crisis. I've got to find a solution. Immediately. Well, it's certainly not to present. Why? I'm sorry, I didn't expect Herlock to just be such a little troll. But this is like the third time we've just found him in really weird positions. I love this game. What the absolute hell are you doing, dude? What the? What are you doing up there? Oh, I love him. Ah, why do you have the tiara on? What is happening? Mr. Schultz. Oh, naturally, I was analyzing the weight of 20,000 rubles feels like on someone's head. By hanging off a goat rook? Have I not told you that as a detective, it is my business to know what other people do not? This isn't mere tomfoolery, my boy. Oh, no, no. Well, why were you hanging from that hook before? Isn't it obvious? To properly assess the weight of 20,000 rubles. Naturally. I don't think you know what natural people do. I wish to determine if it would bend that conceited-looking hook on the wall, so full of brag and bounce. What? I never know whether to take this man seriously or not. Ah, you again, the great detective. Ah, Inspector, I confess I've been looking for you. I have something to report to you most urgently. Well, you might try looking for me somewhere other than a hook on the wall next time. What is the report? Speak! An urgent report from a great detective can mean but one thing. Yes. The case of the curious murder that took place last night here on this vessel, the steamship Buria, has been solved. By me, naturally. I don't trust you solving poop. I don't want... Nope. Nope. No. What? Really? Yes, I have eliminated all other possibilities. No other explanations exist. So, allow me to illuminate all your minds. For I am about to reveal my great detective's greatly admired great deduction to the case. For your last deduction, we had to dance around the room and change it all. Ha! You have solved it? Enough Hedgehog understands. Even Hedgehog understands this case. We all knew who was responsible for killing Student Boy this morning, when we found criminal in wardrobe. This is stowaway, and he has handcuffs to prove it. I didn't do it. Trouble is, there doesn't appear to be anyone else who could have killed the victim. Because as everyone knows, the cabin door is bolted shut from the inside. Not if the ship did a big old hard stop. It means the culprit must be someone who was inside the cabin. Yes, that's what's called a locked room mystery in detective stories. Ah, locked room, that is point. the room was locked. How do you know the room was locked? You haven't been in any part of this. There's no way the boat could have been drawn across from the outside of the cabin if the ship stopped. You're all quite mistaken. Ooh, Sholmes have actually got it. The cabin next door is not a so-called locked room at all. What? Oh yes, there is another entrance. An entrance used last night by the culprit in order to gain access to the cabin, despite the bolted door. Is it the vent shaft that we all knew about? What other entrance? We never discovered one. Why, it gapes open-mouthed at you even as we speak. Yeah, a hole in the wall. The ventilator, man. Why are you saying man? Ventilator. Gah ha ha ha. You think this is funny? I can even put my arm through that hole. Your arms are huge though, dude. That's because your arms are as thick as tree trunks. I don't know how I feel about the fact that Ryunosuke regularly states exactly what I've just said. Not sure. Because that's happened several times now. I don't know. You're suggesting that the culprit has entered and left the cabin through the tiny opening? It's not possible. Ah, but it is. And last night, the victim even witnessed the intruder in the act of passing through the ventilator. It was Snake. You're sharing brain cells. I don't know if that's a good thing. This boy couldn't even slap a desk properly through half the trial last time. I mean, at least I'm not sharing brain cells with Sholmes, I guess. Are you referring to the word Kazuma wrote in his diary? 123. I heard a faint whistling sound. 135. What looks like to be some sort of speckled band is dangling from the ventilator. I don't like ventilator to me means, you know, medical equipment, not vent in wall. That desk had a really small hitbox. Precisely, my dear madam. What does it mean? What is this speckled band? Well, due to the fact that before this case we showed a snake and talked about the speckled band, probably a snake. The answer to that particular conundrum is in this very cabin. And I'm using my crazy heat vision goggles. Mr. Sholmes, what are you doing? There's a distinct element of danger, but fear not, I am ready. What I am about to expose to you all will see and shock you to the core. Gonna box a snake. Behold! Kiga, agiga, what the? Snake. Oh! Yep. Ah. Is this why he's got stripes on his face from being squeezed by a snake? Allow me to introduce you all to the band. The Speckled Band. A snake? Indubitably. Danger Noodle. Mr. Sholmes, just one thing. Right, what troubles you? Well, that snake isn't really speckled, is it? That was also my thought. I was like, why are we calling it a speckled band? That's a striped snake, not speckled snake. It looks more... Ryunosuke, please. I know. I know I'm just saying what the game wants me to think. But it's confusing. Huh? Yes, you're right. I think in this case, you'd have to call it the striped band, wouldn't you? You both see and observed with distinction, however. Do you not think that is precisely the trap into which the culprit wishes you to fall? Oh my goodness, really? It's a trap? How exactly? I think perhaps it's time I explain the intricacies of my train of thought. Are you ready, Miss Pavlova? I'm sorry for the young man who died, but that is all. Death has nothing to do with me. The whole thing has nothing to do with me. Except for the snake that you brought on board. There are two conclusions which I have drawn from the facts. Number one, last night your friend infiltrated the victim's cabin. And number two, that same friend was responsible for the victim losing his life. No. Turned as white as a bowl of rice again. Holmes must be right. He hit the nail on the head. Young woman's friend killed Mr. Asselgar? Stroganoff, you're terrifying now. Looks like he can't speak with that snake coiled around his head. I would advise as little movement as possible, Seaman. You wouldn't want the fangs of that long friend in your neck. So everyone, let us begin. Sherlock Holmes is proud to present his logic and reasoning spectacular. Are we gonna dance some more? I think we get to dance some more. The game is afoot. Intruder's identity. Miss Pavlova, moments ago you claimed the following. His death has nothing to do with me. The whole thing has nothing to do with me. Yet you cannot deceive yourself. Yes, when you recall those horrid events, your aching heart smarts with pain. I mean, clearly not her aching heart. And it is that very pain that evidences your inextricable link to the victim's death. So we ask, what is the nature of this intruder that stole into the victim's cabin on that portentous night? Why, naturally, it was the friend which you boarded with this vessel, was it not? Ah, as I suspected. Another telltale glance. Without a doubt, your friend is the writhing serpent we see before us. Okay, so... it's... her friend is not that snake? Question mark? I mean, her friend's not Stroganoff, is it? What's his nose look like? I can't remember all of a sudden. Is he perhaps the other dude? I've absolutely forgotten what Stroganoff's face looked like. Victim's written observation the night in question, telltale of speckled band. There might be a second snake. Whereas, regrettably, this specimen's markings do not fit that description in any way. Cosimo was smart. There's no way he'd write speckled if it wasn't the stripe. What explanation can we be given then? That this sight that fell upon the victim's eye last night. Oops, didn't mean to hit that button. No, don't look at me. This has nothing to do with any of this. Oh, but it does. You have the answer to this quandary even now, hidden behind your back. Well, that was your trying, but failing to conceal can only be a snake's slothed skin. So it's not a snake shed, but it's something. Evidently, after the subtle and horrible crime, this most deadly fiend of yours shed its original skin, no? I mean, they don't completely change patterns, dude. I don't know what you're talking about. Last night, through the ventilator visible in this cabin, your then speckled friend slithered next door. Using the bell cord on the other side as a bridge, the serpent silently descended to the victim's quarters. The dim light, it appeared to the young gentleman who was about to lose his life as a speckled band. In summary, the nature of this friend of yours, which last night infiltrated the scene of the crime, is a rare breed of snake whose markings change each time it sloths its skin. No, and also, please stop using the word sloth. Just no. Sloughing off skin is not a cool word or phrase or anything. Stop. Snakes are dreadful. We can only imagine it would be found in the deepest depths of India. Well, we know we gotta fix this. Our beloved speckled snake. Topic number 2. How Mr. Asogad died. I don't care that it's accurate. I still don't like the word sloth. Like, this shed is much better, thank you. Moving on, we come to the heart of the matter. The grim demise of the victim. How did this young man lose his life, and why? According to the data which I have been appraised, it would appear that there were no visible signs of injury. Ah. That is something to her. In fact, the circumstances of the victim's death can only be explained by a terrible venom. She's confused on that. Could it have been poison? Like we originally not thought? I know what happened. Could he have gotten poisoned? Or something, I don't know. And then the boat stopped. That conked the the lock went over, and then something just fell on top of him and broke his neck. But that doesn't explain why half of a shoe polish bottle is maybe missing over there. Something's going on there. I assume somebody had to go in the cabin and do something. After maybe giving him some night-night juice that the rest of everybody also got. Now, if we take that as a fact, we can reasonably imagine that there remains evidence to affirm it at the scene of the crime. I'm assuming the evidence is actually going to be the half-missing bottle. Stuff on the floor because he slipped. There's definitely something we're missing. Oh no, could there be? Yes, an examination of the deceased's body will prove the death conclusively. He's confused at that. Almost, but not quite. Imperceptible puncture. No, there was no puncture. Buddy? No. Yes, the vestiges of the snake bite delivered by your terrifying friend. No. This makes no sense. There's no point in feigning ignorance. After the incident, you endeavored to hide everything, didn't you? But now your involuntary glance betrays the hiding place you chose. That's right, you hid evidence links you to the traveling case. What's behind the traveling case again? When we first met in this cabin, it came to my attention that your case moved periodically. Your serpent assistant was restless inside, no doubt. You don't. Was it maybe not a serpent? And maybe her pet got eaten by that snake? I don't know. It was telling that the victim made note of a low whistling sound that he heard minutes before his end. That was your signal, was it not? The sound you had used to train your serpent friend. To train? Indeed, you'd put the serpent through this ventilator and wait. After a period, you summoned it back with a whistle. No, he heard the whistle, then the snake. know if it was the animal had done its duty, so you would listen for signs of life next door. If the victim appeared not to have been dispatched, you'd release the snake once more. Do you deny the snake has undergone such training? It's not true. Having slithered through the ventilator and down the bell cord, the creature needed only sink its fangs in once. And the venom would course through the victim's vein, ending his existence forever. That is the true nature of the speckled band that took the poor man's life. Holmes, there's so many problems. No. We get to dance. We get to dance and fix this, sir. Death by venomous snake. Nope. Nope, 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 nope. Have the coroner's report, so nope. Ah, full metal. Look, Mage, we don't need your science brain here. Great deduction time. So instead of a trial case, do we just do a great deduction this time, I'm wondering? Miss Pavlova has trained her pet snake as a killing machine. No. They're on the floor. You will observe a saucer of milk. Aha. Yep. No, the snake ate her friend. They're on the floor. You will observe a saucer of milk. Promise food is key to training any creature. So she had a cat. Maybe they got eaten by this. Maybe. Incredible. You've solved the mystery. Leonovsky, no. No. Amazing. Your great deduction really lives up to its name. All of you. I see now why Sherlock Holmes has become such a household name. My dear man, it was nothing remarkable. As the Russians say, I could have done that with one left hand. Is she actually going to be the one that questions this? Could I venture an opinion? But of course, what is on your mind? It's just about your deductions before. Some things don't quite make sense to me. I have no idea who fixed his cases before this. Because I don't understand how he got so famous being so wrong all the time. I welcome questions to my method, and I will answer both loudly and proudly. Oh, well, good. First of all, charisma don't need to be smart. Snakes are egg-laying creatures, part of the reptile family. You are well informed, madame. And reptiles, don't drink milk. It's really only mammals that drink milk, you see? So, I'm not sure it would have been possible to train a snake using milk as a reward. Time's out. I've watched the second one on accident, not realizing there was a first. But the second one was amusing. I need to watch the first one now. No matter. No doubt Miss Pavlova used some other treat to encourage her pet to do her bidding. Milk was merely an example. The logic holds. Does it? Does the logic hold? Well, there's something else. Snakes have no ears. Huh. Yes, so I'm not sure it would really be possible to signal a snake by whistling. But madame, what of the tales of Arabia? Have you not heard of the snakes that dance to the sounds of flute? I think perhaps the performers play their music in time with the snake's natural movements. Oh, I see. No hands, no feet, no ears? These creatures are so inept to be practically useless. Don't take it out on the snakes. I love this dumb game. There is one other thing. I have not watched The Clue. I should watch Clue. You have more? Well, apparently we need to have a Clue watching party in the Discord because now I'm getting yelled at. Alright, we doing a movie night on Clue. I get it. Snakes use their scales on their bellies to propel themselves. Wait, what? They use the scales on their bellies to propel themselves? Pause the stream. Do it now. No, we gotta finish the stream. You have it on your server? Alright. Throw me an invite. I'm not really sure the snake managed to climb up a flat bell cord like the ones in these cabins. I don't have snazzy bots. My Discord's down in the information though. There should be a link. One of these days I'll set up bots and stuff. I'm a bad streamer. Please don't be angry with me. The point is, even if the snake had gone through the ventilator to the next door cabin, it couldn't have come back without help. What I'm trying to say is that there is a number of reasons why it's difficult to imagine the snake could have had a part in this. Except for squeezing this man's face enough to leave marks. Sean's just gone to sleep. I think we need to step in and help again. Oh no, you don't mean. Yes, we need to modify Mr. Sholmes' latest deductions and turn them into the great ones they ought to be. I had a feeling this was coming. Alright, let's give it a try. Just what I was waiting for. Yes, right, let's dance. So cast your eyes down on your wrists again. Because otherwise we cannot dramatically snap. You've done it again. Your handcuffs are gone. Where did they go? Fear not. I shall set their restored. I shall see they're restored after our work is done. It's time to dance. Really wish you'd leave them off. Now, everyone, let us begin. Logic and reasoning spectacular. Think. Course correction. Hold it, Mr. Sholmes. Intruder's identity. Not a snake. Miss Pavlova, moments ago you claimed the following. His death has nothing to do with me. This whole thing has nothing to do with me. Yet you cannot deceive yourself. Why is she looking at her hand? Yes, when you recall those horrid events, your aching heart smarts with pain. Alright, aching heart. Wrong. Boop. But it's on her hand or her wrist that is aching? She does have a pained expression on her face. Yes, that's true. It looks as though Cosmo's death is weighing heavily upon her mind. But you're not sure Mr. Sholmes has read her quite correctly, is that right? Could there be some other way to interpret her expression? Let's take a moment and really look. Spin her, because I learned we could spin. See, look, there's scratches on her hand, so it's probably a stinking cat. I still can't believe last time I didn't realize we couldn't spin this. I'm just sitting here being like, it gotta be the hat, because there's nothing else to click. No, you spin her around and there's the hair. Boop, claw scratches. Anyways.
Yes!
Yes, when you recall those horrid events, the claw scratch smarts with pain. I don't know why I'm using the wrong voice at all. Indeed, the simple observation reveals that the wound is fresh. Gasp. Miss Pavlova, did you in fact receive that scratch from something last night? Gasp. When I think about the young man who died next door, I feel so sad. When I am sad, the pain from this wound is worse. It is that very pain that evidences your inextricable link to the victim's death. So we ask, what was the nature of this intruder that stole the victim's cabin on this portentous night? Oh, could it have been a cat's tail that was hanging out the back? Speckly cat's tail? Why, naturally, this friend with which you boarded this vessel. Ah, as I expected, another telltale glance. Without a doubt, your friend is the writhing serpent. Nope. Seems like a scratch mark on the back of Miss Pavlova's hand was made by this friend of hers, doesn't it? Except, snakes don't have claws, do they? No, they don't. Though the snake should have a big old lump from eating something, I'm starting to suspect. That the thing was in there earlier, unless she then captured the snake for some reason? That snake isn't her pet. What is? What is the true identity of this friend of hers? We should follow her case. I'm just now realizing that the her pet is Stroganoff. His little thingy kind of looks like a fish. Anyways, there's a kitty cat. See? Kitty cat. Photograph.
Yes!
Oh, that didn't work. Maybe? The frame that is your friend, isn't it? Because it's so beautifully displays what you've put inside. Dude, I want the cat. Oh, well, it's supposed to be a logic and reasoning spectacular, so I'd contribute to the show. Yeah, no, this is wrong. The kitty. Game, I was trying to say the kitty. It's the kitty cat. We also know that whatever it is, this friend must be small enough to pass through the ventilator. It really ought to narrow it down. Let me scout around again. Hey, pick anything that's... Do that. There is a picture of her with a cat. That should be enough. I don't understand. Is there a lump on the serpent? But no, I can't move anywhere. I'm stuck to this confined view. Continues. Is there something on the... I can't even see the frame from the back on this side. I guess the sailor must be the friend. Except we're not at all talking about that friend right now. True identity of her friend. I guess it's strong enough because he let her on the ship somehow. Or something.
Yes!
Ah! Game. Nope, that was wrong too. Okay. How do I get to cat from here? What more could you ask for than seaman beef stroganoff? Like, I know it's not... How do I get to cat? Bum, 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 bum. With celery, I'll try again. Damn straight I will, but also, what the poop? This is definitely the most frustrating part, right? It's like I know what I need to get to, but for some reason I'm not clicking the right thing. Alright. What the poop? I'm gonna cheat real quick and just look at what I need to click on because I'm dumb. Where is... Also need to be very careful that I don't go too far. Oop. Exosomes, scratches, rotate the examiner. Examine the photo. There's an examine button? Excuse me. There's not an examine button. Rotate the camera and examine the photo on the table. Present the cat. No? It doesn't let me examine. Alright, walk through, you're dumb. Game, I don't want to lose because I'm trying to tell them it's a cat. Let's try a different people. Ooh, this one has pictures. Ooh, and it's broken up by this. Okay. Try pressing buttons other than present. Ooh, that's history. I'd be back. Oh, pressing A is examine, but we don't tell me? Oh my lord. Hey, game? That's dumb. Something was probably brought with her when she ran away. Anyways, it's true, personally. The little black creature she's holding that's caught my eye. Maybe we better take a closer look at this. Hey, game. I'm annoyed at you right now. It should have had an examine button to let me know I had the option of examining closer this area of game. Anyways.
Yes!
Without a doubt, your friend is the little kitten we see before us. Yes, the scratch on the back of your hand makes that abundantly clear. Oh no. The whereabouts of this black kitten isn't clear, but what is clear is that you brought the animal with you when you ran away, didn't you? I mean, that's better than bringing a snake, I suppose. Darka is my best friend. I couldn't leave her behind. Darka would appear to be Russian blue. That's not speckled either, though. And yet, the fact leaves us a quandary. The victim's observation on the night in question telltale of a speckled man. Whereas, regrettably, this specimen's mark can do that, fit that description in any way. That cat wasn't a Russian blue. Don't Russian blues also have, like, the round ears? Like, I'm willing to forgive colors and whatnot, but I think Russian blues have rounded ears. What explanation can we give then, pray? Was that this sight fell upon the victim's eyes last night? No, don't look at me. I have nothing, or this has nothing to do with any of this. So clearly the cat had some kind of cloth or something. Oh, but it does. What you have is answer to the quandary even now, hidden behind your back. Whatever the butts that thing is, speckling. It's not gross skin slough. Not a sloughing of skin. Ugh. Alright, she just left it in her pocket. No one ever would have known. Yep. Employees like that are Mr. Shum's specialty, who's ever so cleverly forced her to reveal something. A deduction was especially, or maybe making me believe that that was a ploy too. Anyway. It's not the skin of a snake, that's sure. Let me just spin her around real quick. Whoop! I mean, there are not great angles for any of this. Weird rope thing. Salmon. Now I know I'm allowed to do that. Well, it is speckled and it is a man, but it seems to be soft and fluffy. It was a cat toy. Long piece of cloth of some sort. It looks like a handle on one end. I think it may be a cat's toy. This sort is common in the West, apparently. How was that a toy for cats? Well, you see, anything can kind of be a toy for cats if you wiggle it about enough. Cats like to chase the band around and paw at it. Kittens are particularly love that sort of play. You only need to wave it in front of them and they pounce to catch it. Ah, that sounds positively adorable. I really hope that the cat hasn't been eaten by the snake.
Yes!
Present! Kitty toy. Now that I know to examine dumb stuff. Yes, the thing you were trying, but failing to conceal is, a cat's toy. Precisely, and the true nature is now infamous speckled man. Ah! And it was this toy that you dangled through the ventilator. Correct. You waved it around, I presume. Naturally, the victim could not fail to notice it. But why? For what reason? I assume because her cat went through the ventilator? Because it climbed up the bell? It was whistling the cat pulling the thing to get up there and then through, and then she dangled the cat toy to try and get the cat to come back. My dear Roy, there can only be one answer to that. After her feline friend disappeared through the ventilator into the neighboring cabin, Miss Pavlova attempted to use the speckled cat toy to incite the creature to return. In summary, the nature of this friend that Miss Pavlova's, which last night infiltrated the scene of the crime, was to see the little baby kitty cat. Is a blithesome Russian blue breed of cat by the name of Darka. Ah! Oh no! Really troublesome feline. Young Darka is proving to be. She must be caged once found. You'll forgive us for borrowing a photograph of your pet. That why there's shoe polish everywhere? It stepped in it? I don't know. There wasn't any like kitty cat paws. It was like a scraping. It was after I gave her food last night. That's when it happened. Climbed up the thing, she scratched the back of my hand, and ran up the bell cord. Before I could do anything, she disappeared through the vent. Darka, she is so naughty. Doop. A beloved kitty. How did he die? Moving on, we come to the heart of the matter. Grim demise of the victim. Why the hell does everyone have a headache? How did this young man lose his life, and why? According to the data which I have been appraised, it would appear there were no visible signs of injury. Ah. In fact, the circumstance of the victim's death can only be explained by a terrible venom. Nope, we can present the stupid report for that. There were no signs of a wound anywhere on Cosmo's body. That's right, but Mr. Sholmes seems to be unaware of one very important detail. Cosmo wasn't poisoned. Yes, it would seem so. Let's give him the information that he's missing now. Can I examine this? It was somewhere between 1 AM and a little past 2 AM. Alright, that's literally all they gave us. Okay. Oh, see what else we got. Nothing to report, nothing to report, nothing to report. Absolutely nothing from 2 to 5:30. Possibly because he was passed out. Anyways, present!
Yes!
In fact, fact, the circumstances of the victim's death can only be explained by the postmortem report. This poor girl is just getting snapped at. Constantly, just snapped at. Ah, yes, I knew that it was one or the other. Ah, yes, one or the other. His neck was... Indeed, the breaking of the cervical vertebrae is fatal. Only that Goliath would be strong enough to survive that. Even strong enough isn't an immortal freak, you know. The injury is out. Anyway, we have on good authority that the victim's neck was broken. Now that we've taken that as a fact, we haven't explained where the snakes come from at all. We can reasonably imagine that there remains evidence to affirm that of it at the scene. Oh no, could there be? Yes, an examination of the deceased body will prove that. Oh, Cosmo died because his neck was broken. In other words, he was probably struck by something or someone. Yes, that is a distinct possibility. As of yet, no weapon has been found, though. Presumably, Darka didn't silently creep up behind Cosmo and deal the fatal blow. I suppose it's possible he had a fall and hit the ground awkwardly. Could have been a terrible act of misfortune that he broke his neck completely by accident. Bad fall could explain it. It's rather hard to believe that of Cosmo, though. He wasn't a clumsy man. Except the shoe polish. The shoe polish could create some clumps. Has anything been seen that could explain what happened? Shoe polish? Did he trip on the shoe polish? Yes! Yep. Yes, an examination of the mark on the floor will prove the cause of death conclusively. Did he actually just, like, completely accidentally die? That makes me extra sad. This particular mark, so prominently visible next to the victim body, is positive shoe polish. Polish? Indeed. Positively identified after a little analysis device I constructed, which I carry now as a matter of course. Beeswax, tallow, and dye were my resorts. The undeniable ingredients of shoe polish. The color of the polish is the perfect match to the color of Mr. Asogai's laced leather shoes. Why are you using his, like, surname? Looking at this mark, it's hard not to imagine what happened. For some reason, Mr. Asogai might have caught his foot at the point of the floor and tripped. Please, no. And, by dreadful turn of misfortune, caught his neck against some immovable object as he fell to the floor. Suffering a fatal blow to the spine, the victim's vertebrae shattered, and in that instant, he lost his life. If he had time to write? Question mark? Unless she went in and then wrote it after the fact. Because she realized her cat accidentally tripped a guy? I don't know anything about this. Is that really true? To cover up the fact that her cat was on board, she tried to frame someone? What about the evidence left at the scene of crime where Mr. Asogai lost his life? Yes, the facts are as clear as day to me. You did all you could to conceal the incriminating evidence. That's why it's in Russian, not Japanese. That's also kind of what I've been figuring, is it had to be somebody Russian, because we don't even know if Cosmo knew Russian the entire time. That's right, you hid the evidence that links you to the victim's death in that traveling case. Oh. Leave it. Cosmo merely tripped over and now he's no more? Can't be true. I refuse to accept it. I know it's hard to believe. The mark on the floor does seem to suggest that's what happened. But this part of Mr. Sholmes' deduction is right. Trying to hide some evidence that would prove it. So the other half of the shoe polish. That the cat knocked on the ground or some nonsense? Cat's doing cat things? mean, it's not gonna be the tiara again, is it? Fine, but I can't even click it. Look in the traveling case, or maybe the waistband. Look in there. The waste paper basket, perhaps. Will the first class cabin have them? It only just started late last night. You're looking at, yep, there it is. Ta-da! Broken piece of glass, isn't it? Yes, it is. I feel like I've seen it somewhere before. No, I know it's... Excuse me. Who's... You're just supposed to present waste paper basket then?
Yes!
Oh, because it's in... The thing is in the waste paper basket. I mean, there is... You know you're on a ship, right? You could have just tossed that into the ocean. Throwing that out there. Not to help anybody murder anyone on a boat, but, you know, don't put it in your waste bin. Here we have a fragment of some intricate glass object, it would seem, one that has a familiar air in it. Precisely, we found another piece of broken glass on the floor next to Mr. Asagai's cabin. As you can see, the two pieces fit perfectly together. Oh no. Oh, that's the kitty cat's bell, isn't it? Miss Pavlova, shall we consider what this tells us? Why would it be that this part of glass object, which was evidently broken at the victim's death, should be found in the waste paper basket in your cabin? You're well acquainted with this glass bell, are you not? Well, then why would she write wardrobe? Did she know we were in the wardrobe? You don't know. In that hush Russian accent of yours won't save you this time, dear girl. Why? Because we have conclusive evidence linking you to the bell in question. What? Take it away, Mr. Naohado. It's that picture we borrowed from you not 5 minutes ago. Bell. Haba.
Yes!
You can clearly see hanging from Darka's collar. Isabel! The truth has caught up with you. The young man who lost his life last night did so after a truly inauspicious fall. And the cause of that fateful stumble? Your kitty cat. Your absent feline friend, Dark. Ma'am, that's all an accident. Where's the cat? I couldn't tell anyone. I'm sorry. Okay, so there's no trial. Interesting. Death by tripping over a cat. That's really sad, Kazuma. Pretty stinking sad. I mean, I'm glad he wasn't like murdered, but still. Why don't you tell us now? Tell us exactly what happened last night. It was a little after 1 in the morning. So late, but I hadn't had time to feed Darka. I gave her some food. And then, all of a sudden, she scratched me and jumped out of my hands. People do say cats become very anxious and nervous in new environments. She was so fast, she disappeared through the ventilator before I could stop her. That is how you acquired the rather nasty wound on the back of your hand, I take it? Yes. And after I read the rules on the wall, I knew that I was not allowed Darka with me. Yes, modern science suggests that animals can carry infectious diseases. It's a precaution, really. So I listened and listened, trying to hear if there was some noise in the next cabin. He was very quiet. I was sure if someone was there, he must be sleeping. So at that point, you thought it was safe to lure the kitten back again? By dangling the end of the cat toy through the ventilator and into the adjoining cabin. Dark always loves this toy, but it didn't work. Nothing worked. I tried using her favorite toy, I tried whistling to her softly, but nothing. She didn't return. The faint whistling Cosmo wrote about in his diary was Miss Pavlova trying to retrieve her pet. Cats have a propensity to remain hidden in the shadows when frightened. Yes, so there's nothing else I could do. I just had to wait until she had calmed down. But then... Oh, that's so sad. I nearly passed out with shock. I heard her cry out and then... Oh, such a dreadful bang. Then afterwards, nothing. Totally silent. From the appearance of the brown mark on the floor, it seems likely that what you heard was the victim stepping on the glass bell and tripping up. A large vessel, but even she can pitch and roll violently without warning, which there definitely was because all the books were tipped and whatnot. It was already off balance as a result of the ship lurching when the kitten got under his feet. A combination of unfortunate factors could have easily had him caused him to fall over. But what became of the kitten afterwards? In the end, I managed to get her to come back through the ventilator. Yet Dark is nowhere to be seen. I must have forgotten to lock my case. Now she's disappeared again. Gracious, that cat isn't insufferably restless as I am. Well, he knows something about himself at least. When I woke up this morning, I heard that a young man in the cabin next to mine had died. But I couldn't bring myself to tell anyone what had happened. Did she not go in there? I was too scared. Scared that they would send me back. Did he maybe just write about... I mean, it's possible he knows a little bit of Russian and wrote wardrobe to make sure that Ryunosuke didn't end up, like, dead in there. How long before Stroganoff passes out from the snake? Never. He just lives with that snake on his face, apparently. What about the snake? Yeah, good. Yeah, what? Where is it? The snake isn't your friend. And whose is it? Where did it come from? Clearly it's Stroganoff's because that man just constantly has a snake coil on him. What on earth is such a dangerous creature doing aboard this ship? Oh, didn't I say? Snake is my friend. His name is Perovsky. What? That snake belongs to you? He escaped from cage when emergency alarm sounded. I was looking for him. I did not expect to find him in here. Yes, how did that snake get into this cabin? Through the pipes? I don't know. But animals are not permitted on board. Ah. We are at sea for 1 year. You want to be so long without a close friend, without somebody who understands? Couldn't you find someone a little more human who understands you better? But my dear burly fellow. A gargantuan venomous snake? Surely you appreciate the danger you're putting everyone in? No venom. Swarovski does not have venom. He's just a constrictor. He's harmless. Very long, but very gentle. He is adorable, like Granny. No, he's leaving marks on your face from his squeezes. It's venomless? Yes, now he's hungry, so he is in bad mood. But once I feed him, you'll see big smile. And you feed him what? Milk, I suppose? Like they say they milk chickens? Ridiculous. Snakes that drink milk are only in stupid stories. Broskis eat mouses. Big fat round mouses. Ah, oh, so That what the mousetrap in the passageway out there is for? Yup. Of course. How else can I catch my friend's favorite food? Thinks it's top of the food chain, like the look in their eyes right now. It refuses to drink milk. It can't hear a whistle. It can't climb up a bill cord. It's not even venomous. How the deuce did something so inept land a starring role? It's not my fault. I did not make up stories. My Piroski has nothing to do with this incident. So that's what happened. That's the truth behind my best friend's tragic death. Why does everybody have headaches? Fell asleep for a big old chunk of time. That's really sad though. It was just a kitty cat. Miss Pavlova, huh? I understand the difficult situation you found yourself in, and I do sympathize. But please remember this. A young man lost his life. You're going to attempt to cover up your guilt with lies. Then, no matter what circumstances, I cannot forgive you. But, what are you talking about? What lies? Miss Pavlova just confessed everything. Unless she did go in and write wardrobe. It's just a series of unfortunate events. An accident. I'm no great detective like Mr. Sholmes. I don't have a gift for knowing the truth. But even I can see that was not the truth. Okay, so she did go in. Don't you agree? To be perfectly honest, yes. Discrepancy in Miss Pavlova's story, I'm sure of it, but I can't put my finger on it. I confess, I was intending to let Scotland Yard deal with any outstanding issue in this manner. And we can't, I don't know, do something. Oh. I'm only here to present, and I am only present here for a very specific. Wow. My brain has gone out the window with talking. Truth is, are you, Mr. Naruto, is simply a distraction. A distraction? Dude. I do hope you've not been finding your shackles too uncomfortable. Rude. Yeah, so far, issues is everybody has a headache. If he broke his neck, isn't across the board broken neck equal instant death? So he's not writing anything. Does he even know Russian to write wardrobe, and why would he write that? And it was not in the clean, clear, crisp lines like his calligraphy was. So, questions. That's what I'm assuming we're about to bring up. Not instant, no. Especially if they're on your wrists as a result of my intervention. I was rather hoping that you could resolve matters before we made our next port call. You were, Mr. Sholmes. Yes, but I overlooked one important detail. The deceased young man was a very close companion of yours. Was he not? I mean, one doesn't just hide away and stow away with a non-close companion. Cosmo was my closest friend. I owed him my freedom, even. In that case, we must follow it to its conclusion. No further distractions. You must uncover the real truth here. Whatever it may be. What did you do? I can chase that down. Maybe the truth will become clear. Hear your little waving in the wind band. Truth about how you really died. About how that scene in your cabin really came to be. Alright, I'll see what I can do. Excellent. Thank you. So then, shall we begin? Yes. What should we ponder first? The victim who lost his life in the cabin was bolted shut from the inside. Alright, so we're gonna stop here because I know this is like the tail end of everything, but we're at 2 hours. I feel like we probably gotta get a bit to go through to summarize everything. So, cliffhangers. Something's going on. One sitting, no limits? No. Plain and simple answer. No. I'm a butt. I cannot. One sitting, no limits. Hey. You could go watch Clue. Alright. This is the turtling who showed up late. Look, I paid back my lateness. I started like 5 to 10 minutes late. We were going for 2 hours and 6 minutes. So, counting it. Alright. Bye, everybody. Have a good night. I forgot how to do things anyway. Bye!